coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the $1 coin from Canada, and we'll also take a look at these ones over on the side here, the previous $1 coin and the $2 coin. Now, of course, you can probably guess why this coin is called the loonie, and that's because on this side of the coin, the back or reverse of the coin, there is a bird, like a duck-like bird called a loon, L-O-O-N. And so these $1 coins in Canada are called loonies. You see it says Canada at the top. We see that it has this beaded, if I can say it, beaded outer rim. It has the kind of the landscape here. It has the water, it has the duck, and you can kind of see how it's moving through the water. 1996, and then down at the bottom it says dollar. Doesn't say one on here anywhere, it just says dollar. And then right over here on the side, right underneath the beak, you see an RRC. Now that RRC, of course, is the engraver's initials, and that's Robert Ralph Carmichael. So if we look at this coin, we see that it's a Robert Ralph Carmichael coin, and his name actually has a hyphen, Robert-Ralph, and Carmichael, C-A-R-M-I-C-H-A-E-L, and he was the engraver of this coin. This coin is an interesting coin. It's a bronze-plated steel coin, so it is magnetic, and it has 11 sides on it, which is just kind of weird. That's called hendecagonal. So if we look at it, we can probably actually count them if we do it right. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If we flip it over to this side, you see, of course, this is the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. It says Elizabeth II behind her here, D.G. Regina, or by the grace of God, Queen. And then if we look way deep in, if you're looking for something special in these coins, one of the things you look and see if there's any kind of die break near the 1. Another thing you look to see if there's any kind of extra materials around the edge, and we don't see any of those. One thing that's kind of cool here is this is the crown, the George IV State diadem, and these are thistles. I don't know if you can see those, and this is the cross. And when we look at how these go around, you see that they actually kind of go up a little bit in the corner. So these dots, when you look at them, do not appear to go perfectly around. They look like they stick out, but they don't. It's actually the coin that sticks out. See that extra bit in the coin? So they get a little further from the edge because they're round and the coin is not. Now, this coin first came out in 1990 to replace the prior Canadian dollar, which was, of course, the Voyageur dollar. And that was this one here, and you'll see a 1980 version of it right here. See, it says Canada at the top. It has the French fur trader, or the Hudson Bay Company fur trader. He may be British also. Maybe he is British. And then we see HB here in the middle. That's for Hudson Bay. And then you see the Native Canadian here, or First Canadian, in the front of the canoe, and they've got some pelts of some kind, and they're going in some water too. Lots of water in Canada, and that's why you have the loon in the water and the canoe in the water. So they kind of brought that particular design feature over, and you can see the little symbol here in the front, and then back here you can see the EH, and that's the designer of this particular coin. This Canadian dollar, of course, had the prior, the second, the Arnold Machin second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. And this is actually the Arnold Machin one. But when we get to this one, this is the Dora de Pettery Hunt one, where Canada actually started doing its own obverse or front of the coins. Now, there's also a $2 coin in Canada, and this is the 1996 version of the $2 coin. And one of the things that's interesting about the Canada $2 coin is that it has the bronze-like material in the center and the nickel material on the outside. And you see, again, Elizabeth II. We know it's Canada when you see that maple leaf, 1996 on the bottom. And this one has a polar bear on the back. But whereas this dollar coin is called the loonie because it has a loon on the back. This is not called the Polly that has a 2 on the back. It's called the toonie. So loonie, L-O-O-N-I, and toonie, T-O-O-N-I-E. They both have an E on the end. And then we see the engraver's initials, and this is just a scratch. And there's the polar bear looking over now at the loon. And again, we see some ice, and then we see an ice flow, and then we see water here. Again, we have mountains, we have water, and we have an animal on the back of this Canadian coin also. Now, when I say that's different, this $2 coin is different. The reason I'm saying that is because see how the UK put the bronze-like material on the outside, the nickel on the inside? Canada went just the other way. They put the bronze-like material on the inside and the nickel-like material on the outside. But back to the loon from 1996. This coin is still usable in Canada. This particular version with this particular portrait was made from 1990 to 2003, and it is a very, very little value. If you look it up on Coins in Canada, this particular coin right here is worth about $1 Canadian, which is its value if you go to buy something with it. So you're not going to get rich on the 1996 Canada $1 loonie, but it's still a beautiful coin, and you don't get that many 11-sided coins in the world, so collect it if you can. Thanks for watching from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.